This is the music upstairs. I'm Dave Cosby, filling in for Jenny Blau. Tonight, we have the special privilege to have Damien McCarron here in our studios. Damien,
good evening. How's it going?
Oh, we're having a good time. I'm so glad you made it up here.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much.
It's great. Now, you're actually a native of Ireland, is that right?
Yes, I do. I come from Ireland. I come from a place called Oath, which is a fishing village just outside the city of Dublin, about 9 miles. A great little spot where lots of music happened, and I grew up immersed in the music and the culture there. So when I immigrated, that's the part of me I had to replace.
So you came to the States here and formed this band, the Indulgers here.
Yeah, we formed about 11 years ago.
Okay.
In Denver.
And you guys are now doing authentic Celtic music.
Yeah, the music we do is it's Irish folk driven, Scottish folk driven, with a rock and roll beat. We use a lot of the stories, the legends that would have been created over the centuries, and we try to be slightly tribal. We also try to be contemporary with it and take it somewhere new too, if at all possible. But it's respectful of the traditions that have been around for a long time.
That's really important to hold those traditions, holding together that cultural dynamic. Now, you guys have been together for over a decade. You've been touring. Sure. I know you've gained more popularity as the years have gone on.
Certainly, I'd like to think so.
Well, what do you attribute the interest that your audience is finding in your music?
That's a great question. The music for us is something that has a little bit of magic in it. We feel the magic when we create the music, and I guess when you ask us that question, we hope that the audience is feeling that magic too, and using it in their own mechanism to get past a bad day or a good day or whatever it is that they need at that moment. And we feel that it connects with people of all generations. And sometimes because different generations are connecting through one form of music, they're connecting with each other, and we see that happen quite a bit too. So the bonding is there.
Well, with your background now, with all your band members, you have some real common bonds that bring all of you together.
Yeah, we all have a very strong Celtic heritage. Our drummer is Patrick Murphy. Can't get much more of an Irish name than that. Our bass player, Christopher Murtaugh. Murtaugh is another derivative of Murphy. Mike Nile, whose grandfather was from Dublin, and I share some ancestry in our backgrounds. And Renee, her last name is Jones, so we're pretty convinced there's Welsh in there someplace. And it's funny because we went over to Ireland and did a tour last year, and some of them had never been to Ireland in before, and they fell in love with the place, and you felt connected to the place right away. So you can tell when somebody has a little bit of blood in them. You know, it just sort of happens for them.
Well, it seems like you guys are just carrying that spirit with you as you tour the United States as well.
Well, we try. You know, we've been to a lot of places this summer. We're just back from the Kansas City Irish Festival in Missouri, which was absolutely phenomenal. People from all over the place, 100,000 people enjoying the culture, and some of the greatest names in the music business from Ireland had come over. We got to meet them, and you know, it was wonderful because these are people I bought records by, you know, growing up, and so it's nice to meet your heroes along the way in your own profession, I suppose. And that happened for us a lot last weekend, so it was great.
So that must have been really special for you.
It was very special.
Now, what is it that really carries and inspires these people to be driven, to attach with their culture and to really identify? You've produced many albums here over this last decade. The Indulgers.
We've done 6 records all told, and particularly with the last record, which is called Out in the West, one of the things we were trying to capture is what it might have been like to have been an immigrant, say 150, 160 years ago, say leaving Ireland, maybe leaving Scotland or any other country for that matter, eventually getting to the east coast of America, and then setting out again from the east coast all the way through the country to get to this area, to the new frontier as it was called then. And what hardships and what strife they may have gone through to make it this far. So we were very fortunate. Mike Nile in the band, who plays all the most instruments, his grandfather was from Dublin and was here in this country at that period. Was a mule skinner and a miner and worked on the railroad. So we had letters that he'd left behind, and we're able to use, you know, the stories of the day and maybe some of the ways they phrased what they said, and try to build music around that and how it was feeling.
So Wow, so the lyrics of this
The
particular
lyrics
album,
even on the album were taken to some degree from the language of the time where we could fit it in, just to try and be as authentic as possible.
I don't know how you can get more authentic than that.
Well, time travel, you know, there's always that.
Sign me up, I want to do that one. So you're up to 6 albums now, and this last one sounds incredibly intriguing.
Right, and it's been a while. It was actually up for Celtic CD Award just last Friday in Nashville, which was a nice tribute to the music, and one of the songs from the record actually was also nominated for Celtic Song, and so that was a big thrill to find out. I mean, the record's been out a little while now, so that was quite a nice surprise. But we're working away on the new record right now. We never stop. You know, we're always looking to write the next song.
So you have quite a synergy over a decade. The band that you guys have put together, held together for the last decade, it seems like you're constantly exploring new ways to express yourself and your culture.
Absolutely, we are. We're always looking for new instruments to add to the mix too, if at all possible. And to a large degree, living in Colorado is in some ways restrictive of how quickly you can get your music out to, say, the world at large. So we do it a little bit on a slower path maybe, but eventually we hope to get there everywhere.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, now tonight you're going to be performing at Lonigan's.
We'll be in Lonigan's right here in Estes. We're looking forward to it. We were here last year in Lonigan's for the first time over the festival weekend, and it was a superb time. So we're going to be here tonight and also tomorrow night here at Lonigan's, and looking forward to that. It's going to be fun.
So it's going to be tonight and Saturday night.
Right, so Friday and Saturday.
Outstanding, outstanding. I've heard nothing but great reports, the energy that you guys project, the stories that you carry off. You know, in America, I can't tell you how much I appreciate people carrying on traditional culture and expressing that in a way where you can keep people interested in it. I believe in the law of the bleeding of the cultures coming together. We have to understand one another.
Right, absolutely. There's an awful lot of people who don't have Scottish heritage or Irish heritage involved in the Celtic music world, because the music, for whatever reason, or the spirit of the music appeals to them. And they're as true about, you know, enjoying the culture as people like myself who are, you know, native Irish. So it's nice to share that and not to worry about where everybody comes from, as long as everybody's going somewhere together.
Outstanding. Well, it's been a really great privilege to have you up here tonight. I'm looking forward to watching the show tonight.
Thank you, Dave.
And I'm going to get a date, and we're going to come down and watch it on Saturday night too, because I'm not of descent, but I truly enjoy the music, and I'm looking forward to that experience.
Thank you very much, David.
Okay. Thank you. We'd like to thank you very much for tuning in tonight. This is the Music Upstairs. I'm Dave Cosby. And now let's get ready to go watch a great live performance at Lonigan's. Thank you.